Alright, let's go for this. What you saw in the previous video was when I put the amplifier back together, and I cleaned up the burnt resistor, and I did a little bit of adjusting on the bias turn pot because it had been arcing, and so we cleaned it out, used a bit of fingernail polish remover, some acetone to get all of that out of there, and we kind of adjusted it and got it okay. What you didn't hear in that video was, after that video, we had to go back into the amplifier a couple of more times so that I could get the balance between the front two tubes and the back tubes in balance. That is, the power applied to the tube, the voltage applied to each tube, needs to be balanced because these tubes are putting out a single output, and if one tube is not balanced to the other in voltage, it can cause all kind of weird things, distortion and all of that stuff. You know, filtering takes care of most of that with capacitors, but in this situation the capacitors are pretty much shot. You know, they're leaking, they need to be replaced. They're twice as old as the standard capacitor should be when it's replaced. Capacitors usually last around 10 years, the old stuff does, the metal cans, and the new stuff and the plastics and sealed and all of that usually will last 15 at best, maybe 20, but this is 30 plus years old, so it really is time. I think about in the entire amplifier, maybe I saw one new cap that was circa, you know, maybe 90s or 2000, maybe. So we have to get all of that taken care of. And I balanced the tubes, and I listened to it, and when I listened to it, I noticed that, you know, there was a bit of distortion, and as I got the balance finally done, the sound quality improved greatly. And there were two bells, two striking bells, the second to the lowest note and the second to the highest note. Those were just a little bit, you know, I'd say a hair nail off adjustment. We made the adjustment, and we got clarity. Also, what I didn't record was I brought in my iPod and I plugged it into the RCA input on the amplifier. And even before I did the work, we were getting pretty much CD quality out of this tubed amplifier, you know, which is to be expected. They still make tubed amplifiers today for guitars, and you know, they put out pristine sound. So probably tomorrow, if the tube survived and did well without the cooling fan, because they were running kind of hot, we'll go ahead on and do another video to show, you know, the improved quality and, you know, what happened after I made the adjustment and changed that component. But you'll see vast improvements in quality when we start to change all those major caps. So until tomorrow, we'll talk to you then.